Hello and good morning, everyone. I rarely do I come on and do AM messages, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. So I am just waking up. It's 9:11 here. I have some tarot cards so we can see what we can expect for the day, starting off early in the morning. My recommendation would be to start off with gratitude. So feel free to share what are you grateful for. I am very grateful for the fact that I have this beautiful cottage near the beach, and I'm going to be. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Ask the Universe. I was just getting a phone call. So, what are you grateful for? We're here to do AM messages for your day. So, see you saying what you're grateful for, but, you know, create this space that you want to be in as well. So maybe there's a place that you're desiring to go. Put it on your vision board, but also actually book it, make the call. So I'm actually going to listen to that advice as well, because I really like to go to the Nordic Spa. It's like an outdoor like ice pool, and then like the warm pool, and like a nice little healing room. The one at home has like sound healing and little rituals, and it's like on a lake, and it's just so amazing. So where the weather is starting to shift a little bit, these are things that I feel like we need to book in for ourselves. So definitely that would be great for you. Okay, but step outside of that comfort zone. You need a little bit of encouragement, and yeah, like plan the things, book the things, do the stuff. That's what Spirit wants for you. To have your own little sanctuary or little heaven place to go to. And this could also be like a vision board of like, maybe you want to like rent a really amazing place or something sometime. I don't know, but something tells me you know where this place is. I don't know if you ever go to the mountains or rocks and cliffs. I don't know, but I'm seeing really cool nature spots for you. You know, hot springs are amazing, stuff like that. So I feel like just plan up something a little bigger for yourself, okay? Dream a little bigger, all right? And anybody that needs to do like a vision board, maybe today's a great day to create a little vision board. I could probably do a video on how to do a vision board and do it with you guys. So thanks for your question. I'll do that. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Bianca. Okay, so if you want a reading, you can pay $11 or you can hop on as a subscriber. We're working on gratitude, setting intentions for our day, and doing AM messages if you would like a card for your day. Also, the readings are $30 at 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to be going to do more in-depth spreads, okay? And I hop on here and there, so if you subscribe, you always get a reading. So we've got the Justice card, okay? So I am grateful for my coffee. I'm grateful for the fact that I have this amazing Keurig that somebody gave us that was free. I'm grateful for my glasses. I am grateful for my rose quartz. I'm grateful for my computer, my phone, my brand new phone, which is amazing. My EarPods Pro that my father-in-law gave to me for free. I've had these cards for like ever. I tend to use them a lot. I feel like I really got my value out of them. So you're seeing a theme when I get into my gratitude, how I'm like, ooh, I got this for free. These are expensive. Or I got my Keurig for free. That's expensive. As I'm also really, my intention is related to abundance today and joy. So I'm like happy about the abundance that I already have, but also like seeing how I really have been given a lot in my life. I recently won a free treatment because I'm getting some treatments for some of my sensitivities that I have. It's amazing how powerful it is, and I'm feeling so much better. But yeah, I won a free one because somebody wins once a month, and it was me, which is awesome. So I've always been very fortunate. I feel like that people have given me things, or I don't know. I go in with good vibes and I get good stuff. So I'm even looking back at like so many different things I've won. So gratitude can bring you into a really positive state and raise your vibration. So that's why we're focusing on it, especially early in the day, just to help with that mindset work. Yesterday, we were also doing mindset work. So that video from yesterday, Theta Healing for Worry, is also up under YouTube. All right. Sounds good, Rachel. Thank you. And feel free to subscribe to my YouTube. There's so many awesome things in there. Ranihita, I can pull you up a card. Feel free to share what you're grateful for. So Justice, number 8. So 8 representing, we're already talking about taking action. This is really talking about thinking about others a little bit more. So getting outside of ourselves, bringing joy to other people. We were already talking about continuing that cycle of, give and take, putting out good vibes to others. What can you do? We already talked about this to help somebody else today. We talked about bringing joy and light into other people's lives just to raise their vibration, because that will raise our vibration. This is really just talking about empathy as well. Think about what somebody else might be going through right now. When we first hopped on here, we had 3 people talking about people that they had die. And then we've got other people coming in. We're working on good vibes, asking things in relation to themselves and just ignoring that instead of having compassion for the person who just lost somebody that died. You get what I'm saying? So it's really important that we have empathy and create that structure for ourselves naturally. So it's not like an effort to be empathetic. It's natural for us to be empathetic. We automatically feel. We don't want to shut that off. So that's what's coming up for us too. What type of exercises can we do for ourselves to actually open up our hearts more instead of close them off? So maybe some heart healing. On October 12th, I am doing an energy practice. It's $11 Canadian. You can hop in. It's an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to be doing some breath work, breath techniques, some heart healing, some I am statements, some mantras, a ritual for love, so you have to bring a candle in, and just a bunch of different things. So, and it's an opportunity to meet other people as well. It's through Zoom, and that's recorded for my pro members. Okay, so are you asking, will you be wealthy today? And if, because we're doing today energy, as you can see, AM. And if you want to become a subscriber, if you have questions outside of this, come on, subscribe, or you can pay $11 underneath my PayPal and we'll go into your energy. Okay, feel free to do that. Yes, you can have a card, Sylvia. Okay, thank you. And if you have gratitude, bring it in. Do you have an intention for your day? Do you do intentions? Alrighty, ready. The dreamer. All right, so this card, Sylvia, it says 0, okay? 0 in numerology is very much about our spirit. Thank you for have a card to go work. Oh, thankful for a card to be able to go to work. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, just thinking about simple things because people complain so much. We are living in a world where it's like, oh, weather's not very nice today. Heard it's gonna hurricane again. Did you hear about the prices of gas going up again? Yeah, world's going to shit. So it's like, oh my God, we have so many resources. We have access to so much. Like, put forward, get over it. Trust it's going to come back to you. All right, so this is talking about our spirit. This is really just someone who needs to get more in touch with their spirit, right? Where am I? Doing a chakra scan on yourself, okay? Where am I? Everybody can do this. Take your hand, go over your chakras, and see where you stop. I'm inviting everybody to do this exercise. And then write in the comments, where do you stop? Is there an area of your body? Is there a chakra? So I'm going to do it for you, Sylvia, okay? Doing a chakra scan. Just going inside of yourself. And, okay. Boom, sacral. Sylvia, that's the stomach area. So what's coming up here? So start doing your own scans. Check in with yourself. And when you do that, you'll be able to see, ooh, I need a little bit of like love and support here. What's going on? And so when the sacral is off, that is someone who needs more emotional balancing. That's breath work. That's Reiki energy. That's maybe putting a love crystal over your heart, taking a couple minutes for yourself, saying an I am statement. Definitely you could benefit from coming into the energy practice. You can see it underneath my link tree. But this is like when you're feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated, definitely take a few moments for yourself, tap in, see what's going on, hold space for yourself, okay? Usually this is related to relationships, etc., okay? So chakra scans are amazing. If you don't know what the chakras are, they're the 7 main centers in your body. We've got crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, stomach, and then root right around in between the hippies. Okay. I did see someone asking for a card for their day. I love that. And if you're asking a question that's not related to like the energy of the vibe for today, for everybody, for you, you're not focusing on gratitude or setting intentions, you can subscribe and you can ask your question. Does so-and-so love me still? whatever it is, you're welcome here. Everybody is welcome here. I do readings every time. As you're seeing some of our subscribers, it's nice. We get to know each other. We build a community, which is amazing. I'm fairly new to TikTok, so it's really cool to build a community. I appreciate people like that tap the screen, that know stuff about TikTok, that do cool things here, that send roses. I really appreciate it. TikTok's a really interesting place. You know, what a lot of people don't know is when you get paid, TikTok takes money, and then like another place takes money, and then you end up getting like 20% of what the money actually is. So it is really appreciated that like people that do support people on here, like that they understand that it's as the person that's actually doing all the work, they're getting peanuts. So people put a lot of time and energy forward here. And so I think that's why everybody is so great with like trying to support that person build their platform, right? Because it's a great place to be and everybody can benefit. So guys, if you're asking questions, you have to be a subscriber or you can pay $11. My link tree is in my profile. You'll see PayPal. You can e-transfer if you're in Canada. It's horsemanreadings@gmail.com. Can I have a card, please? Yes, you can, V. So somebody is understanding the way that we're working here. All right. So tender-hearted, empathetic. I kid you not, talking about intentions and how spirit hears everything, creates this little general message for us. Care for yourself and others. So this is really V talking about self-care, how we're loving ourselves unconditionally on a daily basis. I would say pay attention to how you're treating yourself throughout your day. So are you putting lotion on when you get out of the shower in the morning, or are you just rushing, right? Do you take a bath in the morning? Like, do you put a meditation on, that sort of thing? Do you actually like get the good quality salts and put it in your bath and, you know, set an intention for your day, put some crystals in and around your bath, maybe some essential oil stuff? Or are you just like, yep, let's go? Because that's kind of what's coming up here. And again, everybody can benefit from this, but it's just being a little more compassionate towards ourselves at this time. This doesn't have to be every day, but in this energy that we're in right now, it's definitely important stuff to consider, which is ourselves, right? It's not about everybody else. If we're not taking care of ourselves, we don't have anything anymore, right? Yes, you needed that message too. Good. That's because I set the intention that the cards that we are pulling up today, or AM messages, are for everyone today, and so that everybody can benefit. So if you're asking a question, you can subscribe, or you can pay $11. Can I have a card? So Lisa will pull you up a card for your day. Right away, I'm feeling like grounding. Ground more, okay? If you ever want to become a member of my membership group, through horsemanreadings.com, I just put a grounding workshop in there that I did. That could be helpful for people that don't know how to ground, okay? We ask questions in that space. We do some exercises that can be helpful for you on a daily basis. First of all, awakening, okay? This is more about Kundalini, meaning like sometimes we need to get our energy up, not going to sleep. We've got to build the energy. So Kundalini is kind of when we breathe, like, and dogs think it's crazy. Animals are like, what the hell? And they're like, they freak out when you do it. But that energy building up your ki, your energy centers and all that stuff, it'll make you feel more alive, okay? So that's what's coming up for you, the grounding, and also doing more of that Kundalini. That's something you can like look up. I'm probably not teaching that properly. I am doing my 500 hours in yoga. I have my 200 hours, and you know, just something I'm getting back into whenever I do classes online. I tend to just, thank you so much. I tend to really take my time with it. So I'm really looking forward to all the learning, and then I get to pass over that information to you guys, which is great. So every time I invest in myself and you guys support me, it all comes back to you. Hello. So if you'd like a card for your day, thank you guys. Then we can pull that up for you. yesterday's Theta Healing and Reiki is now up underneath my YouTube channel because I can only do 10 minutes here. It was like 52 minutes, so if you ever want to get the healings, you can go there from yesterday because it was Theta Healing for worry. So all you have to do is say yes to the Theta Healing downloads, and then you'll you'll get a lot for that. So Akash, please, one card. Okay. So if anybody wants to take a deep breath with me, that would be great. Maybe place your hand over your heart here, maybe opening up your shoulders and your chest. Again, this could be a great time to set an intention. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't feel comfortable. Maybe you already set one. I'm going to set a new one. I just keep getting happiness and joy. So I've moved from the abundance and joy to happiness and joy. Yep, it's funny. I got what I needed, I guess. So 8 of Earth here, okay? Vanessa, okay, we're definitely going to go into you next. So Akash, you have 8 of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So this is talking about learning. My invitation for everyone here is to focus on the lessons. I call them the blessings. The blessings that are coming from the lessons that you're learning. So if there's something that happens to you throughout your day, you can say, okay, what did I get from this? You know, was there something that I didn't do, we'll say, quote unquote, right? And therefore now I know I won't do that again. So instead of going into regret mode, you're going into learning mode and saying, okay, like tomorrow I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I'm not going to get fixated on the negative things that are happening to me. I'm not going to get into blaming other people. I'm not going to get into resenting other people, things like that. So this is really saying to brush things off a little bit more and also see the lesson that you're getting from the situation. And so if you can learn a little bit faster today, you're going to find tomorrow is going to be a lot lighter. So I might even come on and do some AM messages tomorrow. We'll see. I'm back on tonight as well. So Vanessa, what is your question? We're going to go into your Akashic Records. So welcome. And you get a reading every time you come on as a subscriber, which is great. So you'll be able to see my schedule underneath my profile, but also I hop on randomly as well. And as you can see, I do different things. My background is in psychology, but I'm also a reflexologist, face, body, advanced reflexology, which is more like energy, foot reflexology. I've been a Reiki master for like 10 years, so if you ever want to learn Reiki, you'll find that underneath. So Vanessa, I'm just looking for your question here. There we go. If you ever want to learn Reiki, that's all underneath my VIP membership through horsemanreadings.com. As well, you can learn your Akashic Records training if you also want to learn how to go into your own records and ask questions. So a lot of my support that I have there is really going to help you go a lot deeper, okay? But it can also help you just with like your everyday problems too. So I do upload 5 videos, and as a VIP or a pro level, you get to email me things that you need support with. So when I go to build my content, we always focus on what you have going on. How will my daughter go in her HSC? What is her HSC? My daughter go in her, okay, so we're gonna go into your records. My head feels like there's a lot going on here. So I'm getting to like definitely there's a need to let go. What is her S? Okay, year 12 exams. Okay, yeah. So one aspect here, the letting go piece, is the reason why I'm getting let go is to like, sometimes we need to not overdo things, okay? So I'm hearing like, so for instance, with exams, are you guys crammers? Do you cram everything in last minute? Are you crammers? Let me know in the comments. I was always the type with exams where I would like be like, okay, I'll just store it in my brain for the like last 48 hours. And so I literally have everything memorized, but I don't actually understand. I just have it memorized, and that's going to get me through. So what's coming up here is it's really important for her to not feel like overstimulated, okay? So overstimulation is when we feel like overwhelmed and stressed and we freeze, okay? We're like, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I got to do my exam and I can't remember anything. Like, because we're feeling stressed and pressured and overwhelmed about it. So when we actually learn, when we actually understand, we know it like the back of our head, and it's not memorized, we understand it. So what's coming up for your daughter here is, I think you can tell that it's important for her to study in ways that aren't last minute and it's not too much at once, okay? So if you're going to encourage her, that would be what will help her get better results, because there'll be no doubt in her mind that she knows the material. Okay, does that make sense? And also, I don't know how she eats, but I feel like you know how sometimes caffeine can help people and sometimes caffeine doesn't help people? I actually feel like for her, like, coffee almost feels like a bit of a drug. I'm getting for her to, like, if she's gonna have a coffee, don't like stay up late drinking coffee trying to study. That's really coming up. Like, oh, I'm gonna like be tired and then jack coffee into me. I don't know if she does that. I definitely used to do that with like last minute things. So the time is really important for her. She's not like relying on a stimulant for time, okay? That's really, really important. So she's got to feed her brain with good things, and that will help her rest. That will help her with time and essentially studying. Lapis lazuli is a really great stone for students. I sell necklaces as well, so if you ever want to buy a necklace, they're $18, and then she can wear that for her studying. It's really great for knowing the truth, the third eye, the intuition, the intellect, and like studying, right? So here she's got 7 of water, okay? That's about her decision making. She has to be able to make decisions like this, because when we're learning and we're studying, as I said, we've got to be like, boom, I know that, right? So you know how I was like, what stone does this person need for study? Boom, lapis lazuli, because I've studied the stones and I know which one is good for studying. I'm like, not like, oh, let me look this up. Okay, so there's this inner knowing. She's got to be able to react quickly. So something tells me these are things that you can teach her about how to take care of herself, how to rest, and how to learn how to develop that skill, okay? Because they don't teach you this in school. Okay, and if she does those things, then she'll get better grades. She won't not pass, but you want her to have the best grades, because that's what's going to help her get her master's or her PhD or whatever it is, right? And a lot of times we don't realize that those study habits in high school are what's going to lead to our first year of university. And actually, if you don't get good grades in your first year of university, that can affect whether you can do a master's or not. They don't tell you this stuff. They really don't help you, do they? So does that help you, Vanessa? And thank you so much for subscribing. Did you have any other questions while you're here? We appreciate you coming in. Anybody that wants to subscribe can ask your questions, or you can also pay $11 through my PayPal or e-transfer, horsemanreadings@gmail.com. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so it's just taking me back to things for myself where I just like was clueless in university. You know, I worked at the same time as I studied. I was paying for my own school. My first class in university was $1,100. I paid cash for that. That was philosophy, like a 6-credit course. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get out student loans. And like, it's just hard. It's just freaking hard when you're young and you are trying to make it, you know, if you didn't have parents paying for this. So, yeah, she's really got to understand those grades for sure. And I'm sure she does, but putting pressure on herself is the worst thing that you can do. You've got to let it go, take a load off, you know, be able to go with the flow. And intuition is key here with exams. We've got to We've got to feel into energy too, not just know the answers, but we've got to be able to feel. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad you appreciate that. So would anybody like a card for your day? What are you grateful for? We're setting intentions. And if you want a reading, you can hop in as a subscriber or pay $11. I'll keep an eye out for the PayPal. We've got Ace of Earth here as well. Okay, APEC. You've got Ace of Earth. Okay, right away, I'm feeling a lot of energy in my throat and my shoulders. I don't know if you do any chanting, but I feel like chanting would be great for you when you breathe in. Do about 7 or 8 of those. And then when you breathe, just drop the shoulders. And so that vibration is what takes away like panic attacks, anxiety, chest pain, old pain from heartbreak, stuff like that. But that's really what's coming up, is because we're talking about like kind of like ways that can be supportive for us throughout our days. We're starting off our morning. And yeah, just get that energy moving. That vibration can be helpful, because often we don't get up in the morning and start, like I'm doing right now, start talking for an hour, right? So that energy will get you vibrating where you need to get to. Probably why Kundalini breath was also coming up for somebody else. We're not waking up, going back to sleep. We need things to energize us for our day. So we don't want to feel anxious throughout our day. Nobody deserves that. And again, we don't want to carry yesterday's junk around. So we were already kind of talking about getting clarity on things. So I was saying to journal, pull up some cards for yourself, but we were also talking about cleansing. And so cleansing, like I got up this morning and I smudged, right? Only time I chant is during Kundalini. LOL. Okay, well, you can chant the way I just did, and then it's like just do one and see how it feels just now, if it's possible for you. And then tell me how it feels. Yeah, so I just woke up smudged. I'm also going to get my Palo Santo, light that as well, because Palo Santo brings in high vibration. Sage is more like cleansing from yesterday. But again, if you want to raise your vibration, light that Palo Santo, get that positive creative energy that we've been talking about moving in and around your space. It smells really good. Obviously, essential oils are fabulous. We were talking about that maybe for your bath time, that sort of thing, where this full moon is usually where we need a little more self-care, right? I don't think you need to take a bath every single morning, but around a full moon, definitely maybe schedule in that extra half an hour for yourself before you have a work day or whatever. Okay, so all right. So would anybody else like a card to help us with our AM messages? If you want to subscribe, you can ask your specific questions. I'm going to repeat that over and over and over and over. If you don't know how to subscribe or you don't want to subscribe, well, the subscription is in the corner. There's a star. But again, if not everybody likes to do that, you can pay $11 through the PayPal. It's $30 tonight. We're going to do more in-depth spreads. But yeah. And we're working on gratitude. Let me know what your intention is today. So you're the afternoon. So where do you live? It's 10:08 here. Okay, Angela. Perfect. So you've got 8 of fire here, okay? So fire is very much about, I was wondering how October will be. Okay, perfect. We can go into that for you too, Lily. That reminds me, I have to do my October readings. I used to do them by the signs underneath my YouTube channel, but lately I've been doing just like one reading because I'm quite busy. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll start with the fire signs first. Maybe I'll do 4 October readings so you guys can get them based on your astrological sign. And then you've got to also check out your sun, moon, and rising, because a lot of people don't know that we have 3. Okay, so I'm an Aries, Scorpio, Cancer. What are you guys? Feel free to share. So Angela, she's an Aries, so this is an Aries full moon. Make sure you watch the full moon reading. I already did as well. Okay, yes, fire. All right, so this card is talking about, I'm feeling like relaxation too. Relaxation techniques are coming up. And the reason why is just because it feels like or it could even be like lighting a candle, and like doing some type of little ritual as well at some point throughout your day, because that will create some relaxation for you as well. So it's kind of like, if there's something you want to bring in, yeah, then work with the I'm getting kind of like candle magic, okay? Underneath my rituals and practices through YouTube, I do have lots of little rituals with candles, you know, with cinnamon to bring in abundance, some like rose for love and things like that. But that's kind of what's coming up, is we need relaxation from the element of fire, and also some of those rituals and candle magic if there is something specific that you want to bring in. It's not just for your day, but it sounds like a lot of people have things that they're working on right now. You can even start doing your full moon rituals tonight if you want to, because it's coming up basically the 28th and the 29th, so we're already in that energy. So anywhere between the 27th and I would say like October 1st is a good time for you to get those rituals in, okay? So again, if you want to ask a question, you absolutely can. If you want to subscribe or pay $11 through my PayPal, maybe I can write that down. I'm just learning how this works. And then Luli, we're going to go into your October energy since you're a subscriber. Comment. So we'll say 11. That way everybody knows. 11 PayPal or subscribe. Boom. Wow, I did something cool. I still don't know how to like put that up on the screen. Maybe somebody else does. Okay, so Luli here, you've got the Emperor, okay? You talked about being tired. So when we look into your October, and again, I'm going to do 4 videos for October, so I will make them 10 minutes each. So you guys can actually look through here instead of just underneath YouTube. I appreciate people that go to my YouTube channel because that's how I grow it there. But because not everybody will do that, I want to make sure it's accessible to you guys as well. Okay. So you've got the Emperor. So this is for your October. This is someone who's going into some leadership. You're talking about potentially leaving a job. Therefore, you're stepping into, I believe you have your own business. So like a stronger leadership role, taking more power, more action over your life. Structure and discipline leadership, okay? So this is really saying that your month of October will be you stepping into your power, and it's learning about control. It's not to control things, it's actually to let go of control. So there's a big difference. So when you can let go of control, it'll actually allow you to be more in control, Luli. That's what's coming up. So it'll be a really good month for you. It feels like even though you're tired, there will be work, because when we're in a leadership role, I know as a business owner myself, like you work every day. You absolutely work every day, but it's working smarter, not harder, and over time, as we build up that business, we get to step away and it still runs itself too, which is very cool. And we get to hire amazing, amazing people and give them jobs. All right, so would anybody like a card for their day? What are you grateful for? What are your intentions for your day? As we're doing AM messages here, even though some people it's afternoon. Thank you guys. Hello. So feel free to subscribe and ask your questions or pay $11. I think I just pinned it. Might be able to see that. What are you grateful for? That's what we're practicing. And we're doing messages kind of for everybody. So if you pull up a card, it'll be more directed towards you for your day, but it'll also help other people, give them some suggestions as well. I'm hearing community work is coming up as well. So Luli, definitely get out in the community. You know, that's really coming up as a leader. If you want to showcase who you are and what you're doing, you've got to go talk to people. You can't be, I don't feel like you're shy, but that's what's coming up in October. You know, I'm telling people now to get outside of their comfort zone, but definitely step into that leadership role and feel confident, and therefore it'll be easy for you to tell people what you do. Hello, Ashley. Thank you so much for subscribing. So what is your question? We're going to go into your Akashic Records, which is your past, present, and future. Your records are everything there is to know about you. Future life, past life, you name it, it's all in there. And Spirit will, if you ask a couple questions, Spirit will prioritize what it is that you need to know. And it's always for your highest good. So even if you ask a question and you want specific details, you're going to get exactly what you need that will be most helpful for you. So it's letting the ego go. Is the guy I'm talking to the right path I'm heading to? Okay. Do you want to share his name? Ashley? Brian. So is Brian a good path for Ashley? So we're in your records here. Maybe take a deep breath. It feels like there's a high energy going on here in your space. So to me, you like this person. I feel like he brings out a different side in you that is good. But I also feel like you guys need some downtime with each other, but I don't mean away from each other. I'm getting together, more like cuddling on the couch, sipping on some tea, sitting out on the deck, that sort of thing. Like maybe some hot tub vibes, but that's even still feels like effort. For some reason, I feel like you guys need to together just be sloths, sludgy. And the reason why that's coming up is because it's not about the highs, it's also about the lows. Do you guys stimulate each other enough that when you're doing absolutely zip, you still have love, you still have connection, you still have conversation, that sort of thing. It's not uncomfortable or anything like that. For some reason, that's an energy that you guys need to explore with each other more, so that it's okay, when life gets really boring, are we going to be okay? Because we do lose the spark for sure sometimes. Not to be negative, but there are times where we've got to get the spark back, and it's will you guys get the spark back when you've lost the spark? Okay, there's a spark, let me tell you. But it's more about lifestyle, matching each other's lifestyle. Okay, Ashley, does any of this make sense? So when we look into this energy here, Seven of Air, okay, it says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Yes, okay. So I don't know if you get stressed or overwhelmed or down or depressed or something like that. So maybe sometimes if you have those tendencies, we might avoid slowing down. You're the best. I want to set up another healing session for Friday. Perfect, Luli. I would love that. You're very sweet too. So this is saying that sometimes if we have that personality type, then we will avoid, doing the things that I'm suggesting because we want to keep the energy going and flowing and staying high. I get depressed easy. I work 16 hours a day. Yes. So because then we might crash, right? Or we might start to feel, or we might start to think. So we purposely stay busy in order for us to avoid that. But we've got to let this person see that side to ourselves. We've got to see if he picks us up. And I'm not sure if he's ready to do that or he knows that about you yet. So he's got to see all of you. And so spend more time with this person and just see how it goes. Okay, you're on the right track, but I would highly recommend doing those things. Does that make sense? Do you have any other questions, Ashley? Just gotta ban this person. Good morning. Hello. So if you want to subscribe, we can go deeper into your questions. We go into your Akashic Records, or you can pay $11 through my profile, my PayPal. We were talking about moving closer to each other. Yeah. So, definitely once you guys, I feel figure this portion out, or once you figure this portion out. So I would say invest more time doing those things, and then you'll be able to know if that life is going to work, because that's probably what I was sensing, is that you're feeling that you want that, but before you go and make that big step, you need to know that first of how that's going to be. Okay? Yeah, it's making me feel really emotional. I feel like you're a beautiful person and you've been through a lot of stuff, and so that's where some of this sadness comes from. And you just deserve the best, but you need someone who gets that, who understands that about you. There's no shame. You don't need to hide it, but you don't need to come up and talk about it and say it. It's something that he'll just feel and see and know. And you see how he holds space for you. You see how he understands it emotionally, right? Does he fully have your back? But we've got to let that person in. We have to let them understand it by spending that time with them so they can see it too. See what we're really like, all raw and naked and vulnerable, right? Who we really truly are underneath the surface when the skin's all off, right? Yes, I'm tired of being the one to only be the person who puts effort into relationships. So let's do a theta healing download, okay? Let's take a deep breath. Would you like to let go of feeling like you are tired, exhausted, and the only person who puts an effort into your relationships? Let's let that go on all levels. So that's historical, past life, genetic, as well as on a core or soul level. Would you like to know that it's safe for you to be vulnerable and open with people who are worthy and deserving of your energy and your love? Nothing bad will happen to you. And if so, just say yes. This is called a theta healing download. And by agreeing to that, that's something that will start coming in for you. Okay, I'm getting, Ashley, ear chakra, okay? Look up how to unblock your ear chakra, what it means to have a blocked ear chakra, and how to unblock your ear chakra, okay? That's something I can help you with if you do come in for a session. Otherwise, I would suggest research that, okay? All right, so let's get out of your energy. That feels like you got what you needed. You just need a little bit more time there for him to see. Also getting that there's someone who's not very grounded. You're welcome on here right now. Again, I have my grounding workshop underneath my beginner level membership group. You can find that through my link tree. Highly recommend paying the $11.11 Canadian. It's nothing, and you get lots and lots of stuff. You get my new moon rituals with theta healing downloads, which is what we were just doing. All right, so what are you grateful for? What is your intention today? We're doing AM messages. If you come in as a subscriber, pay $11, we can go deeper into your questions. Otherwise, we're sharing space here, guys. We're supporting each other. We're having empathy. If somebody says so-and-so just died, maybe send them a heart. Maybe send them some love. Don't get back into your own question. That's just like unkind, hold some space for other people, okay? Okay, so would anybody like a card to help us move forward with our day while I'm here? All right, a contented and rewarding family life, 10 of water. This is really saying, okay, Megan, so let's focus on you here, okay? So, Megan, one thing that's coming up for you is I feel like, I don't know if you're just a busy person. Looks like you might have a child in that picture. So, I don't know if you're drinking enough like water and teas and electrolytes. Maybe coconut water would be good for you. I get the coconut water that doesn't have pulp and maybe put a little lime in it. That gets your vibration up because we're talking about raising our vibration for our day. The electrolytes really can get that zing and vibe going. But the waters, the teas, and the electrolytes are really coming up because I feel like you're busy, and so you probably don't realize how much energy you're burning, and you're not getting enough of that fuel to boost your confidence and your energy. So I feel like, you might be thinking that you're doing a lot of the right things, but then you just don't know the difference, right? Yes, I probably don't drink enough water and too much coffee. Ha ha ha. Yeah, probably why I'm bringing up the teas. I feel like lavender is something to also consider working with because it has a calming sensation. I don't sense it'll put you to sleep if you're drinking lots of coffee, but Oddly enough, I was feeling into your energy, I guess, before I came on here, and I was being shown when I was going through all my herbs, the lavender. And I have little charcoal pieces. Love, love, love lavender. And so you light the charcoal. I sell charcoal burners and like little, I sell a lot of stuff, guys, but I just don't have it all up underneath my site. I only have like tinctures under there. But yeah, if you ever, anybody's ever interested in like the charcoal things and like my charcoal burner, or even just, I have tons of lavender, let me know. And if there's anything you're desiring or for stuff, for show you, I can. So I light my charcoal piece in my burner, and then I put those lavender like petals in it, and then I close it, and it diffuses all of the natural lavender. You can also just take, I have like dried lavender in kind of like pieces as well. I should be showing you guys this, and light it and burn it kind of when I do my AM with my sage as well. But we can do this throughout the day as well, just to kind of like be like, okay, peace and calm, peace and calm. So that's what I'm getting for you when you light it, when you breathe it in, peace and calm, peace and calm, peace and calm. I feel like saying it over and over. You could also benefit from my energy practice that I have coming up October 12th. It's $11 Canadian. You can see it underneath my link tree. If the timelines work out for you, the replay is going to be underneath my pro level membership as well. Okay. But we're doing mantras and affirmations and some breathing techniques for the heart, and yeah, just like a love ritual with like a candle and roses and stuff like that, just to get into that space to help us move energy and connect. Okay, so definitely great for you. Can I pull a card? Donna. Yes. Okay. Donna, sound healing. Beautiful. Yes, it is, right? Yeah. So feel free to message me, Megan, if you want me to, if there are some other suggestions that I can offer you. And the tincture, I might have a couple tinctures that are kind of calming and also energizing for you if you're not on medication. They're just, they're like really high concentrated herbs. But if you are on medications, then you're kind of screwed, because I only have like a couple that you can take. And yeah, you take like, basically we'll say a tablespoon 3 times a day, and that can really shift your vibe, can kind of mellow you out. But then again, there are other ones where I have for like weight loss that have, it's actually a type of tea. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of like, keeping it down, getting it up. That's what I would recommend for you. Oh, my phone keeps ringing here. Okay, Donna, so sound healing is coming up for you, okay? Sound healing is music, putting that on in your background. Oh, wow, okay, no med, sounds awesome, yes. Okay, so feel free to message me, Megan, and I'll connect to you if you want. All right, so sometimes we need like to put on music that's like a sound bowl or a gong or drumming or whatever you're in the mood for. Maybe it's ocean waves, something like that. But that's kind of what I'm getting, is when you're feeling like any type of heaviness, put on some music that you feel would suit that energy. So the opposite of what you're feeling. So if you're feeling really, really tired, then put something on like some chanting, right, in the background, like I. That's what I'm getting, something like that, like a native thing that's kind of like slowly building and raising the energy. Okay, if you're if you're feeling like really overwhelmed and stressed, and you're vibrating at that like, oh, I'm so anxious, like I'm freaking out, blah blah blah, I can't calm down, something more like rain, trickling water, if it were a drum, something beating really slow, boom boom, so you can follow the beat of that to breathe or to feel where your energy is kind of like going back down. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to kind of understand. I have studied sound healing I just find it's challenging online because it just doesn't sound as good. But yeah, usually if I'm teaching yoga or doing a healing night, everybody will lay down, or doing a retreat, everybody will lay down. They'll get some Reiki, they get a meditation, and then I take my sound bowl and I put it on their belly, hit it. Thank you. My tinctures, also guys, tinctures are amazing if you like to clear your energy, clear your aura, okay, clear your space. Tinctures, you hit, ding, you move the energy, that'll cleanse you too. So just for people that are a little more in touch with sound, usually if we have more of a masculine energy, that means we tend to take on a bit more, a little bit more in our lives, because we're just doing a lot. Sound healing can be a really great, easy treatment where you don't have to talk about your feelings. You can just feel the energy move out of your body. And I really like that stuff. Also, I feel like a cold water, you know how some people do like a polar dip, or they go into a cold shower or something. That can be really great if you're a person who does carry a little bit more masculine energy. Those cold showers can be fabulous. They teach you how to breathe. They can help you remove trauma. Okay. Usually we carry a lot of trauma in and around the back as well as the belly. Okay. All right. Thanks for asking for a card. Okay. If you want to go deeper into any questions, feel free to subscribe. You get a reading every time you're on here. You know, even listening to our own breath, like that sound. You're welcome. So on your exhale, let it out. Sometimes people feel like that's like embarrassing, or it's uncomfortable. They'll breathe in like, breathe in, draw all the energy up from the earth, kind of like Qigong, right? Draw it all up. And then, it allows us to be a little silly, right? Shake it up. Yeah, this full moon's really teaching us to free up that energy and space, take up space, free up that space. Let your body be known, let your presence be known, that sort of thing. All right, does anybody want a card while you're here? Did I miss anybody that wanted a card to help us here with this energy? Oh, I must be doing all right if I have people trying to come in and sell their stuff on my platform. Wow, go me. So, me. Okay, team. All right, team. What are you grateful for? Let's hear in the comments, guys. What is your intention for today? I'm doing happiness and joy. That's not cool. That's okay. I'm over it. Thanks. Okay, so T, you've got Knight of Fire, okay? This is someone who has been taking a lot of their knowledge and wisdom and they're applying it into their everyday, which is fabulous. So that's what this card is kind of suggesting, is like, think about what you learned yesterday and how you're going to apply that into today. So was there anything that you learned yesterday, anybody can share, that you're going to apply from today? I know for myself, I had a friend, because we're all sharing space here, that called me at 10 something at night, wanting me to basically give him a free reading because he's really struggling with the girlfriend and he knows I do this type of work and he's a friend, right? And so I usually charge, but he's asking for advice, and I said, I really don't feel comfortable, you know, I've got boundaries, you're asking if she's cheating, all this drama and stuff. But I said, you know what, I just kept telling him, you know what, here's what I feel, I think it's time to move on, that sort of thing. But what I learned from that lesson is, you know, I'm on the phone until like 12 o'clock at night talking to this person, and I think what I need to start doing, what I learned from that is I just shut my phone off at, like, we'll say I'm getting like 10:10. I completely shut my phone off, as we're talking about morning routines and we're supposed to be waking up naturally, not with like an alarm clock, not waking up to our social media and like chaos, that sort of thing, starting off in peaceful ways. I've also heard that you'll have a better sleep if you turn your phone off. And I've been falling asleep with my with like my phone on listening to stuff on TikTok. So my phone actually shut off automatically by itself last night. Coincidence? Probably not. That's the universe supporting me, has my back. True, T says. Yeah. So what I learned from that situation is now, see, tonight, what I'm taking from yesterday is at 10:10, I'm going to shut that phone off. So maybe that relates to you guys. Are you sleeping with your phones? You know, do you have your phone near you 24/7? We know that phones hold negative energy. I'm very, very aware of how that will lower our vibration. So it's okay to have phones and electronics and TVs and things like that. But when we can turn them off, it's okay to just completely turn them off. Letting go of that distraction will be really helpful for your mental health, okay? So T, definitely, I would say, you know, maybe you're unaware of that negative energy that electronics give off. I recently did a reading for someone who struggles with SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And so we're coming into the winter. And one of the things that came up for her, oddly enough, we were talking about teas. One was starting to drink teas. It was also, we were talking about someone here, I think it was it was, what do I want to say? Sandra. I can't remember her name now. But we were talking about her booking in and was talking about like Nordic Spa and stuff like that. I have insomnia. Okay, T, so that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, kind of get away from the electronics, because that will have a lot to do with it. Yeah, you don't want to rely on like phones, definitely with anything to do with like sleep. I know my husband really struggles with his sleep, and so he can't sleep without like the TV on in the bedroom. So I can't do the TV in the bedroom thing. And then he'll like come up at like 4 a.m. and put the TV on and like fall asleep on the couch, because he just really has bad sleep habits and it really affects his health. So it's definitely something to start working on. I do sell natural products as well that can help with sleep if you're not already on medication. Again, you can inbox me if you're interested in something like that. I can see what I have for you. But yeah, if you can go the natural route, take something before bed, it can really be helpful. Another thing would be like some people will do like the milk, like the hot milk and the turmeric and the honey. That can be really soothing, kind of like a baby would have before bed. I'm not a milk person, but you can do it with like an almond milk or something like that. Something very warm, hot, and soothing. Okay. So this person that has SAD, I was saying to like book him at the Nordic Spa, do the teas, and and I was sharing that these are things to add into your life to get herself prepared for the winter, but it was also to be aware that electronics lower your vibration. So yes, you need to add this, but you also need to be aware that this also drains you. So if you're going to be doing X, Y, and Z to add into your life, then you also have to be aware that this is what's causing that issue. Okay? Because if you're not eliminating that and you're feeling this way, like we have to also be aware of what's causing our issues. Okay? So again, we can't completely like live off grid, right? But definitely something to pay attention to, okay? So Daisy, are you asking for a card? We can definitely focus on that. You have the 6 of Earth, okay? So 6, talking about balancing our energy. We were talking about going inward. You're welcome. And thanks for the hearts and taps and all that stuff, guys. It really does help me here as well. We were talking about going inward and doing a chakra scan and just like stopping somewhere. This is also talking about balancing our energy. So I don't know if you do Reiki or not. If you ever want to learn, you can go to my VIP membership. You'll see it under my link tree. You can at least read about it if you like. You watch it at your own time. But if you can just call in some Reiki energy for yourself, we're doing AM messages, so maybe in the morning, and just really like cleanse yourself that way, give yourself that energy healing. That will also raise your vibration too. So it's just getting the crap off of you from the day before as well. So yeah, we were talking about learning from the day before, but also clear your energy, not just through sound and smudge and lavender, but actually doing the energy healing on yourself is a way to take it and remove it. And that way, when you're going to work or you're going to meet up with people, you're not coming in with a dirty aura and they're kind of like, ooh, what's going on with this person? Zero judgment, but they're starting to feel the stuff that you're carrying as a result of like somebody else's energy that you've picked up along the way too. So make sure you're clearing that aura, okay? I also do energy sessions, so I can help people with that if you need guidance in how to do it, or you need me to do that for you. I would say once a week is a perfect timeline to get Reiki sessions to clear that energy, because we can do it ourselves, but sometimes somebody else coming in, they'll kind of catch the pieces that you missed if you're doing it every day. So if you've never had a Reiki session, maybe it's a good time. We work in layers, so it's like the first thing that comes up is the first thing to leave. So if you got in a fight with somebody yesterday, boom, that's what you're removing. If you had panic attacks as an 8-year-old, well, it might take a little while to get to there, but eventually you will get there, okay? That's why I like teaching people how to do Reiki, so that they can do that for themselves. It will also help you sleep. So T, maybe that's something you want to watch. All right. What are you guys grateful for? That's what we're here. We're doing AM messages. I have a card, please, Liz. Yes. So, just gonna message somebody here. So Liz, we're working on you. Can I see my message? I can't remember anything past. I can't remember anything past right now, so. All right. So Liz, the moon, okay? This really talks about using your intuition again throughout your day. Get out of your ego. When I go into the Akashic records, my own or somebody else's, again, if you want to learn those, you can learn through my membership at a pro level. It's amazing. So when you go into your records, you ask, you say all these things, you go into the space. One of the things that you say is, I now let go of my ego and all judgment in the space. So that way you know that you're letting go of your ego. You're not like attaching yourself to like doing things, I guess, for the wrong reasons or for status reasons or like to control other people, or, you know, you can trust yourself a little bit better. So my recommendation would be, regardless of if you know how to go into the Akashic records, maybe just as an intention, today I let go of my ego. Okay. That's really coming up. Because when you do that, then you know, like when somebody's trying to say, oh, you're being this way or you're being that way, you can be like, no, actually, I already set the intention to let go of my ego. And maybe get Archangel Michael to come floating around for your day. Hey, Archangel Michael, can you come and hang out with all of these people that want you to come hang out with them today, so I can set that intention, including myself, to keep us safe and keep us grounded. So anybody that wants that, I'm sending Archangel Michael over to you. Just receive that and trust that that will happen. So that way, you know, you're feeling continuously grounded throughout the day. Remind yourself, oh, I set that intention this morning to let go of my ego and for Archangel Michael to be here. So I am safe. And sometimes we need those healthy reminders, okay? I think somebody needed to hear that. So if you have a specific question that has nothing to do with like a daily card that will be supportive for people, you're not sharing what you're grateful for, you're welcome. Then you can subscribe or pay the $11 and we'll focus in on you, okay? Because you can still have an opportunity here. Alrighty. So, would anyone like a card? This is just an opportunity for everybody. Thank you for all the taps. Nobody wants a card. Alrighty. A card, please. Okay, Megan. So right away, I'm getting a lot of energy in the back of my head. I'm going to say that you're a thinker, okay? So Ace of Air. this says, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Okay, so definitely meditation is up here. I did a meditation to connect with your spirit guides underneath my YouTube yesterday. I also have a meditation under here for loss. So if anybody's kind of down and out, I also did an abundance healing as well underneath my YouTube channel. Posted that yesterday. So definitely, this is more of a meditation card. Okay, this is more about like we need to come into a more peaceful, present state. How are we going to be able to listen to our intuition if we've got a million things going on in our head? And then the other thing too is, guys, if you're not journaling, like I journal to connect with spirit, but sometimes we need to get that crap out of me. So guys, like I'm seeing people, they're worried. Yesterday I did, again, underneath YouTube, there's a video, Theta Healing for Worry. Watch that. If you're concerned about something, it might be helpful. But yeah, if we're constantly worried about these things, yeah, we've got to get it out of us, right? We've got to release it. And I know for myself, even as a healer, where I get so much information and so many downloads, I absolutely need to come and release it through my throat chakra. And if that, I'll have to write. So again, these are ways that we have to get it out of us. Otherwise, we'll end up with anxiety, like a stress disorder, so many different things. We'll need massages every 5 minutes. You get what I'm saying? We'll start needing to drink extra. We'll need to start smoking pot, whatever it is to take the edge off. So we've got to have healthy outlets. And do fun things. Like if you like to travel, we were already talking about that. Book something for yourself. Do a vision board, whatever it is. But set those intentions. We talked about some candle magic today, connecting to that candle and putting out what it is that you desire. Again, through YouTube, I keep referring you guys there, but rituals and practices. I have a lemon cleanse there, which is fabulous. You actually cut a lemon, put salt in it, and offer some healing that way. So Sem. Hello, King of Air. Okay, this is someone who's really, really strong-minded, okay? It's like they're the bull in the china shop. They're like, go, 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 go. And what we want to do here, the goal here is to get into rest and digest throughout our day. The reason why we do meditations isn't so we can shut our mind off for 10 minutes in the morning and then go crazy like a chicken with our head cut off for the rest of the day. What's the point of doing the meditation? It's a healthy reminder to meditate throughout your day, to take deeper breaths, to remind yourself of your affirmations, your mantras, your intentions that you set, right? So this is really talking about the need to be a little bit more present throughout your day. So whether it's taking more breaks, just simple things like walking slower. Don't walk so fast. Walk slower. So I find the people that are in a rush, they're in a rush to get nowhere. They're plowing other people over. They're knocking people over. When meanwhile, like better things are going to come when you're in that rest and digest. Okay. So get out of the panic mode. Okay. Don't check things off your list. Boop. I did my healing work. But you're not following any of those practices throughout the rest of your day. So good for you. You're spiritual for 5 minutes a day. Fabulous, right? And define spirituality, right? Spirituality is different to everybody. Like I love to drink wine, okay? That's something I really enjoy doing. It's red wine. I really love. People that know me know that. And some people might be like, oh, drinking red wine is not spiritual. Well, when I go outside and I sit with my campfire and I have my red wine and I look up at the stars and I'm just present, appreciative, in a good state, that's spiritual to me. That's my time that I get for me. If I have my glass of wine in the tub at the end of a long day with my salts and my roses and whatnot, my beautiful candles, all those good vibes, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm in my zen. So for some reason, this is coming up for people about like spirituality. Don't judge other people. Be like, you're not spiritual because you're not doing this. These are just simple suggestions that are recommended that I'm feeling that are coming up with the people here that people need to hear. Okay, so this isn't you have to do this. This is just a gentle, healthy reminder, and take what resonates with you and throw the rest out the window. When we get triggered as well, when somebody says something to us, trust that person's showing you something as well. So if I ever piss you off, or you start to judge me, or whatever it is, just take a little bit, look back in the mirror and say, well, what is it about me that's making me feel this way, right? So instead of pointing the finger, put it back towards yourself. Now, don't blame everything on yourself. Don't be one of those people. But definitely, again, there's always a mirror in our relationships when somebody comes into our life. So just acknowledging, what is this here to show me? That sort of thing, if you are feeling any negative emotions, okay? Because we're all just humans living a human life. Okay, so would anybody else like a card? Sharon. All right. The Sun. This is a beautiful card. This is really talking about the power of prayer. Excuse me. The power of prayer. And so this is really talking about, don't forget that you don't have to believe in God in order to pray, by the way, right? It's just communicating to higher self, okay? Like when we're grounded, when we're doing our breathing, just take a moment to connect and communicate to higher self, third eye and crown, okay? The reason why this is coming up, I feel like we already talked about this, but it's just really, we've got to put out what it is that we want. If we're complaining like, oh, this hasn't happened to me yet. Okay, but did you even try to manifest it into your life? Or did you say, oh, I manifested that. It should have happened by now. Patience is a virtue. So if you're hopping on as a subscriber, we can go into your energy, any questions that you have. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, this is talking a little bit more about our manifestation work. And don't forget to be grounded when you are going to put out your prayer or put out your manifestation work, right? So how we often, when we pray, we'll kneel, right? We take a moment, we go usually by ourselves, or we get together in a group and it's like, okay, we'll all hold hands. We take a moment to recenter and ground. That's what's coming through as well. If you really want to be respectful and put that intention out, make sure that you're creating that space. Maybe you have an altar, or maybe you have a healing room or a meditation room. Do you have a place that you can go to create healthy dialogue with higher self? That was the first thing that when I started teaching was, do you have a quiet space? I'm teaching an energy practice on October 12th. It's $11. Feel free to join us. I did even write in the write-up, please make sure that you find a quiet space to do this in, because I will do a reading with somebody and they're still looking after their kids. The kids are crying. It's really hard to communicate. And so that's fine. I'm not going to say no to you, but it's your experience. You want to be able to equally, just like we put energy out there, we want to be able to receive. So if right now, even you're listening to these messages, but you're making the kids sandwiches and like you're flipping your coffee around like this, I can put this up underneath YouTube. You can watch it when you actually have time, okay? So be kind to yourselves, focus on presence, allowing yourself space to receive. The way we process information is extremely important. We have to be in a receptive state when we want to receive healing messages. We don't want to, yes, I want to hear this, but then I'm going to go reject it. Are you ready to hear what Spirit wants you to know? Right? And you know what? Sometimes if it doesn't make sense for you now, it might make sense for you later. Sometimes when we hear messages, it's like, oh, whatever. And then like later that day, you're like, oh, that's so interesting. Like so-and-so's talking about something that we were just talking about. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that is something I was meant to hear today. Right? Maybe you're scrolling on TikTok and you're going to come across somebody else that's talking exactly about the same thing as I am. Or you ask them for a message and then they say the same thing to you. That's like, okay, maybe I should listen to this, right? We don't want to wait till Spirit's knocking us over the head saying, hey, listen to this. And I do have clients who do struggle with that. It's like when I'm teaching, you know, it's like, okay, I can explain this in a different way. Okay, I can explain this in a different way. And then we have to embed it in her because she's so used to doing things with one side of her brain that's really hard for her to do the intuitive side because she's so logical. And that's okay. Good for her. She's working on it and she needs to, and she's there. She's present. So sometimes we're hard on ourselves. So we need to give each other a little more credit. All right, sending everybody love here. We will be back on tonight at 7 p.m. I'll probably sneak in somewhere in between there, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Making sure that all the intentions get set out for you guys, okay? So I'm going to send out that all the intentions that you said, that you wrote down here, be sent for your day. And also for all the people that said what they were grateful for, we are going to bring that in times 1,000 for you. And we're also going to integrate that theta healing download that we already did for everybody in relation to being out of balance in the relationships. All right. Sending you guys so much love, and bye for now.